in this demonstration of how to create your first web page, I'm going to go to Wikipedia and look up on this Toy Story. Let's say I'm so interested in Toy Story that I want to create my own web page. I extract out the plot for this Toy Story movie, Control C, and then paste it into a text file. Let's create a new text file and say that this is the Toy Story plot. And paste it inside. Okay, there it goes. Let's save it. And I also like the picture. Let's save the picture as Toy Story. Okay. Okay, so there you have, we are ready to start our designing our web page. Okay. Let's start a new text file using our notepad and say that this is my main page, and normally we call that index.html. Okay, you must be able to see the extension of the file. Okay, the moment you create the HTML, then if you double click on this index.html, it will launch into your Chrome browser. But if you want to edit this, you have to open with a notepad. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to use the notepad for editing our HTML file. Okay. Okay, now in a HTML file, normally you have to specify the type of document. So we have the doc type, and this is a HTML. Exclamation mark means that it's just a command and it will not be executed. And then you have a HTML, and then you have the closing tag HTML, and within the HTML you have the head, and then you close it with the head, and then you have a body tag, and then you close it with the body tag. There it goes. Okay, basically you have the structure for the HTML file. Okay, what do you put inside the header? Usually you put the title, and then you close it with the title. Okay, that's what I call my web page. Okay, maybe my Toy Story page. Okay, I'm going to do Control S and save the file. Let's try to take a look at our index.html. Okay, nothing. But the title is shown here, my Toy Story page. Okay, we'll put this one side. Okay, in the body, I'm going to import all the text that we have just now. Okay, let's open the plot. Control A, copy the whole storyline, and paste it in the body. Okay, so they are all divided in the paragraph. Say I want to have the title called plot. Toy Story plot. Okay, and I'm going to do Control S. And let's take a look at our web page now. You can refresh the web page. There it goes. You have a bunch of all the text. Okay, what has happened? Now, I want a title, but then it is mixed together with all the paragraph, and you realize that all the paragraphs are all jumbled up into one continuous uh, paragraph. Okay, so what we going to do? Okay, what we can do is that you separate this into a paragraph. Okay, Control P. No, sorry, the tag P, and then close the tag. Okay, we'll do that for all the paragraphs, and you see what happens. Okay, put one at the front, put one at the end, with a slash, at the front of the paragraph, put at the end of the paragraph, with a slash. Let's just get it done, and then you can see how it will present itself in the browser. Last paragraph. Control S to save your text file, and then let's refresh. Okay, there goes. You have the paragraph. Okay, so you need to use the P and tag to separate the paragraph. Let's say I want the header to be slightly bigger, right? Let's say I use H1 size for the heading. And then close it. This one. Okay, let's save this. Let's take a look. Good, so you have a header. Okay, so we'll do a few more things here. We read that Andy's toys include Bo P, Mr. Potato's head, Rex, and so on and so forth. Okay, why don't we put them into a list? Okay, let's take a look at the text itself. Andy's toy. Okay, Andy's toy. And, okay, including. So we have Bo P, Potato Head, Rex, the piggy bank, and the slinky dog. Okay. Now, I want to put them in some kind of separated by different line. We call that the ordered list. And I've done that in my text file. Let's Control S. And let's go to my browser and take a look. Oh, nothing has happened. Now, basically, if you introduce spacing line or in the line in your text file, it will not show in the browser. Okay, you have to include some kind of tag to tell exactly how the browser should interpret your formatting. Okay, so over here, what we actually want is let's say I call it the ordered list. Okay, some kind of ordered list. OL stands for ordered list, and then I close it with the ordered list. And each of these are my list item. So LI. Okay, and then I can copy this, and my second list item, third list item, fourth, fifth. Okay, now when you use the list item tag, you have to close it. Control S to save, and then let's take a look. Yes. Now, when you use ordered list, it will be numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you were to change it to unordered list, which is UL, and Control S to save, it will present itself as unordered list, point with bullet pointed. Okay, so that much we have done. Okay, let's give some recognitions. We have extracted the story plot from the Wikipedia. So I'm going to say that where I get the reference from, a reference equal to some source. Okay. Let's take a look what is the URL for the Wikipedia. Let's copy this, Control C, and come over here. Now you must remember to include a double quote for the URL and close it. Okay, with a tag. Done. Okay, so I've included the link to the Wikipedia page, and let's take a look and see what happened. Control S, and then over here. Oops, nothing happened. Okay, let's try to insert something in between here, the A tag. You can see, let's Control S again. Refresh. Aha! Right, ABC shows. Okay, and if I click ABC, it will go to the Wikipedia page. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so down here I would say that the okay, I must give it a title. It says Wikipedia source. Okay, Control S. Okay, and down here I refresh. Good. Okay. So we have given our due recognitions to the source, and we have extracted the plot. Okay, and this whole text is this whole web page is full of text and it's not interesting. And I'm going to add let's say a picture. Remember the Toy Story picture that we took just now? Okay, so the image source img. You must make sure that the picture file is kept together with your index.html file. Okay, and then you put the file name in between the quote, and then let's close it. Okay, so what's the file name? Let's take a look. Okay, the file name is called toystory.jpg. Copy the name, including the extension jpg here. Copy, and then paste it here. Okay, Control S, and then refresh. Good. Okay, except for some details, you realize that this picture just appear nowhere, and then some of the paragraph is sort of okay, let's do some formatting. Now, what happens is that when you insert the picture in between these two texts, it happens right after the following week full stop, and then before this ND toys including. So what we can do is that we can include a break. Now, break don't require you to close. You can just use the break. Okay. And then let's take a look and see what happened. Control S, and let's take a look at the web page. Good. You realize it's separated. Maybe we want to give another spacing, another line. That would be good. Okay. So let's add another break. Control, right? Another break in before and after the picture image. Okay. Control S. Okay, and then let's refresh. Okay, this look better. Of course, you can look into how you want to centralize, you want to resize this. Okay, let's say I want to resize this and say the height equal to let's say 20%, and the width also equal to 20%. Okay, or you can specify the number of pixels that you want for the height and the width. Okay, Control S, and then let's refresh. Height and width, width. Okay. Okay, Control S, and then let's say okay. So I have the shrunk it to 20%. Okay, so far we are dealing with just one single page. Let's say I want to link it to another page. Okay, let's say I have a page 2. So I can create a reference to my page 2. Maybe I have a page 2 HTML. Okay, and then close the tab /a. Maybe I should say click here to go to page 2. Okay, let's Control S, and let's try. Now you realize that the Wikipedia source and the click here to page 2, they all appear in the same line, and sometimes that may not be what you want. So again, you can include a break, okay, and then they will appear on separate lines, okay. So let's click here to go to page 2. Found not found. Why is that so? Found not found. I have not created my page 2. Okay, let's go to my folder again. Let's start a new uh, text file and change this to page. You have to be careful that uh, we use a capital P for the page. Okay, it must follow the same. It's actually case sensitive. Okay, remember again, you must open with a notepad to edit. Okay, so I have my head, and in my head, I'm going to put a title, and the title I shall say that it is this just a page 2. Okay, and close my title, right? Then I have my body. Let's close the body. Okay, and I'm going to say that this is let's take a page 2, a different size heading. This is page 2. Okay, okay, let's Control S, and let's try. This is page 2. Good. Oh dear, there's no way for me to click back. There's no way for me to go back to the main page. Okay, um, so I must provide a link and say that go back to my main page, which is the index.html, uh, and then I need to close it. Don't forget to close it. Click here to go back to main page. Okay, so let's Control S and let's refresh. Oh, nothing comes up. Let's forgot to close my file. Okay, then Control S and then refresh. Click here to go back to main page. Ah, thank goodness.
Okay, since we are here, we are able to toggle between page 1 and page 2. I'm going to include a table in page 2. I found some information regarding the Toy Story movie, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and the years that they are shown. Okay, so let's say I put this as a H2 tag, H2 heading, and I'm going to create a table for the following list. Okay, so let's say I start with the open tag for the table, and then I have a closing tag for the table. Okay, let's take a look and see what do we get. Okay, Control S and then refresh my page. It doesn't show like a table. Okay, so that's not too good. And I can't see where is the table. Why don't I add a border that is equal to 1 pixel? And then let's take a look. Control S. Still no luck. Okay. Probably the way that we construct a table, we need to create some rows. Okay. So TR for the row, and then we have a backslash TR, but they are all together quite a few rows. So we have the open row. Okay, so that's the first row. Let me copy and paste, Control C, and then that gives me my second row, third row, fourth row with the closing tag for the fourth row. And I'm going to copy and paste for to close all my the other rows. Okay, so I should have 4 rows. Okay, specifying the rows is not enough. You also have to specify the table uh, data. Okay, so my first row will have the first table data. Let me copy this, the TD tag. And then the closing tag for the table data. Control S, and then let's run. Okay, so what you will see is that there are 4 rows, and each row contains only one cell, right? And so in order to separate them into 3 columns, what I will need to do is to separate this, okay, and then open tag for the second cell, TD. Let me copy this. So that each row will have 3 columns. Control S. Good. Okay, and you realize that we don't have a header. Let's try to include a header. So the first one will be the number, and let's call this use the th tag for the header. So this is number, and then closing th with another header for the name, the title, and then you have the year. The difference between the th tag and the td tag is that for the header, it will be bold and centralized. Okay, so I've demonstrated to you how to create a table in this way. We need to do a little bit of formatting here, just in case you don't want to have the boxes and you all this formatting will be dealt with in our CSS portion. Okay, let's go back to our main page, and there it goes.
Okay, so there it goes. I hope I have demonstrated to you how you can create your first web page. Have fun, and then can be very creative about it.